Welcome back to D-Living. You know, when it comes to our jobs, our hobbies, even our bodies, we spend endless hours mapping out how we can be successful in those areas. Unfortunately, sometimes that same dedication doesn't always carry over to our families. So how does this lack of time and planning affect our loved ones? Well, New York Times bestselling author Bruce Feile is here to tell us more. Welcome, Bruce.
Nice to be with you.
So happy to have you here.
Thank you. Your children are the exact perfect age for this book.
Oh, I know. I got to browse through the book a little bit. I was so impressed with it. I grew up in what I consider a very happy family, or now have a very happy family myself, and I still took your quiz and failed miserably.
Well, I think this is really what motivated me. I'm a parent. I have soon-to-be 8-year-old twins. I write this column about families in the New York Times, and there's all these new ideas, but parents don't have time really to go find them. So what I've tried to do in the book is put it all in one place. And look, every idea isn't for everybody, but the point is there are new ideas. There are things we can do, so we're not always playing defense. We can play offense sometimes.
We're so constantly, you know, there's these tips from how to be a mother like the French do it,
yes.
and how to parent like the grandparents did. Exactly, like the Chinese.
Be strict like the Chinese, or relax like the French. And I know what I wanted was solutions, okay? Right. Enough of all this stuff. I want to know what works. My wife said she would try anything as long as real families were doing it.
I love that. So you went to all the experts in great categories. Yeah. And got their tips.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to, enough of the parenting experts, they've had their say, and I wanted to go to all these new people, to Silicon Valley, or to corporate America, or to celebrity chefs, or whoever it was.
The military.
Exactly,
yeah.
like or I went to peace negotiators, like we're fighting a lot, how do I reduce fighting?
Right.
That's what you do for a living.
I love it. Okay, we're gonna go through some of these test questions, if that's okay. All right, so the test is interesting because it's really kind of a challenge to families, isn't it? Why did you decide to put it in a test format before I ask you this first one?
Well, we put it in a test just to show that there's a lot of new knowledge out there, and to remind you that maybe we don't know all the new ideas.
Okay, so the first one, to encourage conversation and draw your family closer, you should arrange your living room seating in an A, U shape, B, circle, or C, L shape. How many people are getting this one right?
This is actually one that people often don't get. You know, the research shows that if you sit in a circle, close together, you don't want to be too far apart. Our furniture was too far apart. They call it the portrait height because it's the one that the old painters like Da Vinci and Rembrandt would use. Exactly, you want to be able to see people. And the point is, you can make a simple change, push your family closer together, that way people will be less distracted and they will have that bond.
More connection, right? I love it. I got that one right on the test, but that was one of the few. Number two, at family meetings, you should vote about a matter. It was before the matter is discussed, or B, after the debate, correct? I got this one wrong. I said after the debate, but you say we should vote before.
You know, like a lot of people, not only do I have young children, I have aging and ailing parents. And so we're squeezed, and we have a lot of extended family conversations. And the research shows you should have as many people as possible. Like, too few cooks spoil the broth, even people who are not involved. And everybody should express their opinion at the beginning of the family meeting. If not, whoever speaks first and loudest will persuade everyone else, even if they're wrong.
It's true.
So the point is, you want to get every voice into the conversation.
And then is it healthy to have a debate and discussion?
Then you can have the debate. People might change their minds, but the point is you want all the opinions out there because the group makes a better decision than individuals do.
I like that. It's great. With allowance, parents should force kids to divide their allowance into these specific areas, which are, I don't have the three.
We do spend, save, give away, and we also have share. The family does
Very cool.
The research shows you really should separate chores from money. Like, okay, we have chores, but sorry, someone has to make the bed. You got to do it. We give allowance, but we don't link the two. But here's the thing. I was chided. I went to see Warren Buffett's bankers, thinking they know everything about money, and they chided me for not letting my kids make more mistakes with their allowance. And I said, well, what if they drive into a ditch? What if they spend all their money? Right. And this is one of my favorite quotes from The Secrets of Happy Families. He said, it's much better to make a mistake with a $6 allowance than a $60,000 a year salary or a $6 million inheritance.
So true, right?
And the point is, we can't just get our kids to 16 and say, go make decisions. We got to give them practice along the way. And kids who make their own decisions, evaluate themselves, they're actually building up their brains and taking more control over their lives. So we try to bring our kids as much as possible after working on this book into the process, letting them have a voice in how our families run. I
have an okay time letting my 5-year-old make a mistake every once in a while. It's the I like to coddle him afterwards and fix the mistake for him, though. That's the challenge, right? You kind of have to walk away from that and let them.
Well, I think that's an understandable and a generous instinct on your part. Here's what I've learned to do, which is to be more honest about my own mistakes. So show your children that you also make mistakes. A great way to do this is at dinner or a breakfast, whenever you're meeting, play a simple game of bad and good, where everybody says what happened bad to them and what happened good to them. And the point is they see in real time that even their parents have difficult days, but that they push through. That'll give them the confidence. When they have a bad day, they can push through themselves.
Well, please stick around with us. We're going to talk more about that after this break. Thank you so much.